A warm welcome to the program. Let's start with Mozambique, where 1 month after Cyclone Idai killed 900 people across 3 countries, including Mozambique. Here again is another cyclone, Kenneth. Cyclone Kenneth has entirely wiped out some villages in Mozambique. The cyclone had made landfall on Thursday, and one aid worker said it looked like areas had been run over by a bulldozer. Rescuers raced to help people caught in fast-rising flood waters in Mozambique's cyclone-hit city of Pemba on Sunday, as houses collapsed in one neighborhood and heavy rain raised fears of the worst to come. More than 160,000 people are said to have been affected in the largely rural region, many left exposed and hungry.
J'ajoute qu'au moins 5 personnes ont été tuées.
Exactly. At least 5 people have been killed by Cyclone Kenneth that struck on April 25th in the far north of the country. NGOs and some voluntary associations fear the worst for the new victims because humanitarian aid has dwindled since Cyclone Idai hit 6 weeks ago. Not to mention accusations of abuse in some parts of the center. Human Rights Watch has also revealed that local officials had forced victims to exchange sexual services for food donations in some areas. However, the UN has announced the opening of an investigation into the matter. Zero tolerance will be applied, and perpetrators of these acts will be prosecuted, says Sebastian Stampa, director of the United Nations Office for Humanitarian Affairs in Mozambique.
Sebastian Stampa, le directeur du Bureau des Affaires humanitaires des Nations Unies au Mozambique.
With us now is our correspondent from Maputo, Mozambique, Orfeu Lisboa. Orfeu, good morning to you, and thank you very much for joining us on the program. First off, what's this situation currently in Maputo as regards to the weather?
The weather today in Maputo is sunny and a little bit cloudy with a temperature around 29 degrees Celsius. The National Institute of Calamity Management, INGC, estimates that under 7,000 people affected by the Cyclone Kenneth. Cyclone Kenneth arrived just 6 weeks after Cyclone Idai ripped into central Mozambique and killed more than 600 people in the flooding. There's no record of 2 storms of such intensity striking Mozambique in the same season, according to the World Meteorological Organization. The storm intensified quickly in less than 24 hours, making evacuations and warning more difficult to organize. Since Thursday last week, the provinces of Cabo Delgado and Nampula are suffering from non-stop heavy rains, floods, and strong winds, United Nations say. According to the National Meteorological Institute, almost 600 millimeters of rain is expected in some areas, which represents the double amount of rain that fell on the city of Beira after Cyclone Idai. According to the INGC, the rain should fall until the end of this day. Several deaths are confirmed following the passage of the Kenneth cyclone, and 3 were killed the victims of heavy rains, announced the Mozambican authorities.
I'm coming here, Lisboa. Tell us about the humanitarian response after the attack of Cyclone Kenneth, comparatively to that of Cyclone Idai 6 weeks ago.
In the response to Kenneth, the government was this time quicker to answer, learning the lesson from the passage of the cyclone. The Mozambican Prime Minister, Carlos Agostinho do Rosário, visited the city of Pemba yesterday in North Mozambique to evaluate the damage and advise the population to return to a normal life. It's true that in the case of the Cyclone Kenneth, there was a huge work of prevention, which the population was taken to 22 shelters made available for this purpose in different places in the province. In this context of calamities and people's despair, non-governmental organizations like Human Rights Watch have denounced several cases of sex exploitation of Cyclone Idai by the local officials, calling it revolting and cruel. The Prime Minister, do Rosário, announced that the government is going to investigate the allegations.
So what more can be expected since Cyclone Kenneth made landfall on Thursday?
After the passage of the Cyclone Kenneth, the north provinces of Mozambique, Nampulenga, Delgado, suffered this card of the heavy rain, causing floods and disturbing the traffic and communication between those provinces and the rest of the country. Most of the schools and the main hospitals are not able to fulfill their daily functions. They are, according to the official figures, 5,000 families are affected by the Cyclone Kenneth. Almost 4,000 houses entirely destroyed and 31,000 partially damaged. In these conditions, from what I'm seeing, going back to a normal life seems unfortunately difficult in a short term.
Well, let's hope that will come soon. Ofi, we'll have to let you go for now, but we'll circle back to you soon to hear of the latest. Thank you very much, Ofi. Africanews correspondent Ofi Lisboa speaking to us there from Maputo, Mozambique.
You're still watching the Morning Call, and this is where you get the latest across the continent. African Journal is next. Stay with us.